Alright lads, here's the video explaining how to go about the $1,000 to $10,000 challenge. Okay, so in our $1,000 to $10,000 challenge, alright, 1 hour, right? What does that mean? One risk, okay? One risk will be equivalent of 10%. Now, what does that inculcate? Okay, now for example, not example, we will start with the $1,000, right? Now, what is 10% of $1,000? $100, right? What does this mean? Every single trade I take, regardless of whether the stop loss is at 1%, 2%, 3%, fucking 10%, right? The max I can lose is $100. Okay? Now, now let me give you an example. Okay? Let's say I'm taking a trade with $250. All right? $250. Okay? Actually, for convenience, let's just say $200. Okay? What does this mean? Okay? Out of the whole $1,000 portfolio, I'm taking a trade with $200. Okay? The $200 is 20% of my entire portfolio. But in this $200, I'll be risking 50%, which is $100. But on a whole, $100 is just 10% of our portfolio. Okay. Now, understand. Let me give it to you like in a better explanation, I guess. So, uh, let's say I take a $200 trade, right? My risk on this $200 position is 50% of the position. Okay, so what does that mean? I can risk $100 on any trade I take. So let's say I'm taking a trade with 1% stop loss. That means I can take a trade with 50x leverage, right? I can take a trade with $200 which has 1% stop loss, right? Why? Because 50 into 1% is 50%, right? So 200 minus 50% is $100. So I'm risking $100, right? So this is how you decide your leverage. Okay. I during the challenge, whenever I take a trade, I'll put everything transparent, right? I'll tell you exactly how much the position size is, how much the leverage is, how much the obviously the classic entry, take profit, stop loss, everything will be there. Like everything will be there, but sometimes you have to be quick with it, right? You need to be quick with what you're doing. So uh, just keep all of this in mind. Everything will be given to you, obviously, but just keeping this in mind will help you understand risk management. So this is why when you see 50x leverage and shit, you don't need to piss your pants because you can still trade responsibly with 50x leverage. It's all a myth. You can trade responsibly even with 125x leverage. It's all about risk management and your position size. Now, let me explain it to you again. Okay? Total portfolio size $1,000. Let's say we take a trade with $200. Our risk on this $200 position becomes 50% of the entire position because our 1 hour is $100, right? So now if my stop loss is 1%, it means I can take a trade with 50x leverage because if the stop loss is hit, I'll still only lose $100, right? And now you'll see this. Okay, so and maybe for that our R is let's say it's a 5 hour trade. So if I can lose $100, I can make $500. These are the kind of trades we will be looking for, right? So if I take this on 50x leverage and let's say it's a 3% gain, right? So let me show you 50 times 3, 150, right? 200 plus 50, sorry, there we go. So we make $300 in profit. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? I hope this is not confusing. Okay, now let me go towards the chart form and try and do it there as well. All right, lads. So let me explain it to you in chart form and using this tool as well, right? So okay, now let's say we're taking a trade which has insane upside and barely any risk. Okay, 2.5% risk. Okay, and let's say we are taking this trade with $500. Okay, so what is $500, right? There's our total account size. Wait, let me write down everything. Is $1,000. 1 hour is equal to $100. Okay, yeah, okay. Let's see. So our total account size is $1,000. 1 hour is $100. You need to remember that. Okay. Now, when we are taking a trade like this, okay, our SL is 2%. Okay. Let's say we're taking this trade with $500. Okay. Trade long, position size $500. 1 hour is $100, which which is which is equal to 20% of position size, of current position size. All right. Now I hope you guys understand what this means, right? Our total account size is $1,000. Okay, but our position for this particular trade is $500. Our 1 hour stays the same at $100, but the percentage changes, which is 20% of $500. Okay, so now we have this. So now we know how much uh, leverage we can use. How do we know that? Right? It's a 2% trade. So if I take okay, so SL is 2%. 2 times 10 is equal to 20%, which is 1 hour, $100. So if I take this trade with $500, right, I will put 10x leverage, stop at 2%, and take profit at 30%. So what does that mean? I can make 300%, but at max I can lose. I can make wait, yeah. So what does this mean? At max I can lose $100, but I can make um, max loss $100, max profit, or I'll say expected profit, 500 into 300%, which will come out around 4 times. So we can make expected profit 1,500 basically. So this is a 15-hour trade. Why? 1,500 is 15 times our 1 hour. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is what risk to reward is. So basically in this trade, we can make 15 times what we can potentially lose. Okay, so this is a very phenomenal trade and a high RR setup. This is what I mean by high RR setups. I hope you guys understand, right? So in this particular trade, okay, let me just recap. Our total account size is 1000. Regardless of the position size in each trade, the max loss will be $100. Okay. Now, if we take a long uh, uh, in this 15-hour setup with $500, we can only risk 20% of the entire position, which is $500, not the entire account, right? Which in total is 10% of the entire account, which is our normal 1 hour. Okay, so we risk 5%. Sorry, we risk $100, which is 20% of 500, right? So our SL is at 2%, right? So we can use 10x leverage, right? And risk uh, the $100 using the 10x leverage for a potential gain of $1,500, right? Which is 15 times $100. So this is a 15-hour trade. This is as simple as it is. Like understanding RR is very simple. You just need to put it all together. I can understand how it can get overwhelming, but yeah. So now let me come to the challenge again, right? So what are the things to expect if I make what you should understand as well is this is a pretty kind of risky challenge, right? So 10% is quite a big amount, right? But I'm pretty sure I can handle it because it's still small to me, I guess, if you understand. But like when you're doing it with higher capital, you don't risk 10% in each trade. It doesn't make sense ever. You usually risk between 1 and 5%. In this particular challenge, I'm risking 10%. However, right, what you should understand is if I take 10 losing trades in a row, that means I'll be depleting my R by times 10, which is equal to $1,000. So if I take 10 losing trades in a row, our entire capital will get depleted and we'll lose the challenge, right? I highly doubt this will happen, but if this happens, this is what happens. However, I'm not stupid, right? So if somehow I'm having a bad streak as soon as the challenge starts, right? And we take three losing trades in a row, that means we've made $300 loss. What I will do is I will reduce the R by 50% and make it $50 instead of $100. Okay, so until we gain the momentum back, and then we start go back to 100. So the R can change. I'll obviously tell you when the R changes, and if the R changes, I'll obviously everything will be transparent. It's all there on the CoinMarketMan link that I'll share. Plus, or whenever I take a trade, I'll put the screenshot of the entry, the SL, the fucking everything. You guys don't have to worry about a thing. But I'm just saying, try and learn as well. Don't just be, mindless apes. You gotta adapt what I'm saying. Try and apply this on your own portfolio and everything. So yeah, basically we are going to start out with 1 hour being $100, and if we have momentum, maybe we'll increase it, right? But maybe not, and we'll see. Maybe we'll keep it 1 hour until 1500, and then change it to 150 as 1 hour. And if it goes to 2000 every $500, maybe we can make it like an increase, or and make it the actual 10% of the account size. But until the $500, the 1 hour will remain $100. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, for example, if you take one trade with $100 and and it's a very good trade, and we are able to profit 1 hour of it, and we make 200, we make another $100, right? So our total account size is 1100. Over here, our R will still remain $100, not 10% of 1100. But once we reach 1500, we can, and if our momentum is good, right, we can change the R to 10% of 1500, which is $150. Okay, so we'll keep modifying it, and then the higher the R, the more the risk, but the more quicker the challenge gets completed. I have no intention of completing it super quick or anything. I want to teach you like proper risk management, right? I'm planning on aiming for around 10 to 15 hour a week, which means it should be completed within in less than 2 months, or like between 8 weeks, I think. Between around 6 to 8 weeks it should get completed, but uh, it can obviously happen sooner, it can happen less sooner, I don't know. Yeah, so anyways, this is a great challenge, and I expect it to be completed sooner than later, and I do expect us to reach 10K relatively easily. And yeah, I can't wait to crush it together, guys. Let's do this. Make sure you use Zinc Bybit and trading on Bybit. Come on, guys. I'm running the whole group for free. I'm providing all the info, all these videos. All I want you guys to do is actually trade on Bybit using the link that I've given, as that is how I can run this group and these challenges completely for free. All right, I get a kickback on the fees if you guys trade using my link, and that is how I'm able to run this group for free. I know some of you have been using these other exchanges, but I would appreciate it if you joining this challenge and joining me along that you use Bybit. All right, that's it, guys. I'm gonna stop plugging. Thanks for watching, and let's crush this shit next week. Let's fucking do it, guys. Let's go.